Hey, I'm Steph.
And I'm Kate.
With Relationship Shape. As counselors, our goal is to strengthen every relationship in your life. And today we're talking about marriage and criticism of our spouse.
Yikes.
We had previously mentioned in a Date Your Spouse video doing the 5 love language book. I hope you took the survey. And we left off kind of with a question of, what if every time I talk to my spouse, we end up arguing and fighting? And we kind of want to address that today.
Yes.
So we've got some ideas on that.
Right. We are going to pull in and talk about real quickly a famous couple who helps marriages in Seattle. They actually have something called the Love Lab. Are doctors John and Julie Gottman. Dr. Gottman wrote this book, The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work, where he points out 4 critical areas that can really bring down a marriage.
Absolutely. The first one is criticism, which is huge. He actually says it's the top predictor of divorce. Right. Criticism. What's an example of that? I'm tired of you leaving your clothes on the floor. You were such a slob. Did your mom teach you that?
Yeah, name calling.
Criticism.
The next horseman, he calls them the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, is contempt. And contempt is criticism piled on with more like eye-rolling, sneers, really looking down on someone, just kind of having a contemptful or hateful attitude towards that person, like they're your enemy.
Right.
Yeah.
Defensiveness is the third one. That wall goes up and we just get defensive and nothing's my fault kind of thing. And then that last one.
Stonewalling. And back to defensiveness, it can be the blame game too.
Oh, yeah.
The 4th horseman of the apocalypse is stonewalling, where just silent treatment, freezing that person out. It also makes that other person who's trying to connect feel like a non-person, like they are not even in the room. So that's stonewalling, refusing to connect.
Right. These things can exist in a marriage. They're dangerous. What's helpful is that healthy feedback is about the behavior that you don't like, not the person. So we're not attacking the person. And so Dr. Gottman says there's a soft startup. I need to tell my partner something. So it's I feel statements, and you follow it with a behavior. I feel overwhelmed when I walk in the kitchen and dishes are piled everywhere. Can you help me? I need your help. So you're not attacking the person, it's the behavior. So soft startups are super important. And so we recognize that, one or more of these, often loving words happening, then it's time to seek professional help. If this is going on a lot, you need to seek professional help, kind of get a counselor or something.
Right.
And
Steph and I don't, as a rule, do marriage counseling. At this point, we work with kids, we work with families, and we have a referral list of some amazing marriage counselors. I'd like to say, as a side note, if there's any kind of abuse going on in the home, then sometimes these things are not going to work. That's when you really have to seek some professional help or safety.
Yep.
With some of the counseling that I did when I was doing marriage counseling, I would talk to couples and say, hey, they'd get in there at 5 or 10 years in and not have done any maintenance on their marriage. Read a book, go to a conference, even date nights, take a little vacation together.
Yep.
And I would kind of compare it to if they had a car, would you go 10 years and not oil your car, not maintain your car? They always said, no way. Our marriage is a living, breathing, and sometimes fragile relationship that really needs maintenance.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so again, go to a conference. They're all over the place. Read a book together, date night. This is something that my husband and I will pull these cards out once in a while. It's open-ended questions. This is the Ungame for couples.
Google it.
Yeah, it's great. Amazon, $10. Great little card game. Another tool you can use would be something Les and Leslie Parrott. They are both psychologists and marriage counselors, and it's called Sharing Withholds. And you can Google it, and The tips to how to do it are online. And basically what it is once a week or bi-weekly, you share those withholds. Sometimes we see our spouses doing something really amazing and we're just like thinking, oh, that's amazing. And we don't tell them.
Right.
Or something happens and it like kind of gets under our skin.
How do we talk about that?
Yeah, it's negative and then we just kind of stuff it. So sharing withholds is you share 2 positive and 1 negative. And it's just, I noticed that, I saw that. And then when you get to the negative one, the rule is you don't talk about it until even the next day.
Don't get defensive.
Don't get defensive, and it's not criticism.
Yep.
It's, I felt devalued when I called for your help and you said I'm too busy, something like that. So these tools are things that you can use to keep your marriage, your relationships healthy.
Absolutely. I'm Steph.
And I'm Kate
with Relationship Shape.